Hello, my name is Joe Richter. I'm a real estate broker and an associate broker with Keller Williams Realty. I'm licensed in California and Oregon. I prepare monthly reports that look at the market trends in 14 communities from Newport to Woodbridge through Irvine and Trabuco Canyon. These reports can be accessed on our website at joe-richter.com under a navigation link named Market Trends Monthly Update. Each report takes a focused look at a specific community or neighborhood. The goals are to establish and monitor home values, to define the market type as either a seller or buyer, and to set reasonable expectation for days on market. You will see we put a lot of data into our proprietary statistical models to prepare and present this report. You can also access the public-facing information off the MLS at joe-richter.com under the navigation link Predefined Community Listings. This report focuses on Newport Beach, the West Bay and Santa Ana Heights areas, single-family homes from 1,500 to 4,500 square feet. This report covers the period from January 1st through June 24th, 2020. The monthly headline is New Listings Drop, Contracts Written Recede. New listings in the Newport Beach, West Bay area dropped below the normal range, but still did well. After an outstanding May, it's not surprising they fell back a bit in June. Contracts written had a remarkable May. June receded a bit, but still stayed in the normal range of the prior 5 years. The Newport Beach, West Bay area single-family homes market is currently a seller's market with 2.0 months of inventory. As seen in the table, monthly inventory levels have been very stable so far this year, with June being the highest. Chapman University defines a buyer's market in Southern California as being 3.5 months or more of inventory. Month supply did go up about 43% in June, from 1.4 months in May to 2.0 months in June, but still remains solidly a seller's market. Overall, inventory is down 34% compared to 2019, as seen in the green column on the right, and well below other years. Most importantly, the number of homes on the market is very low, as seen in the green line. This should help stabilize prices in the near term. Monitoring the active listings provides insight into trends such as home values and inventory levels. There are currently 19 active listings. There were 14 in our report 30 days ago. There were 30 new listings over the past 90 days. 12 of those are still on the market. There were 13 new listings in the last 30 days during the stay-at-home order. In the next few slides, we will be discussing the 3 essential steps in selling a home. The first is new listings, which reflects a willing seller. The second, contracts written, a willing buyer. And closings are the execution of the legal and technical aspects of the purchase contract by the buyer with the lender cooperation. Compared to 2019, new listings are down 10%. Contracts written are down 15%. And closings are down 16%. As noted, new listings are down 10% from 2019. That's an improvement. They were down 20%. The 23 new listings in January was by far the best in the last 10 years. On the positive side, Fannie Mae is forecasting a very strong third and fourth quarter this year. Contracts written are down 15% compared to 2019. January was the best in the last 8 years. February was very good. March did well. May was a superstar. A little receding in June is certainly understandable and quite adequate for this market. Closings are down 16% from 2019 levels. Closings follow contracts by 30 to 45 days, so we should start to see closings in July based on the contracts that were made in May. Home values are understandably the primary subject sellers want to discuss. Home values are always established by the market, the buyers, not the sellers. The last graph in this report demonstrates this market value concept. In Newport Beach, West Bay area, home values are running down about 1.9%. The average current list price for the active listings is $2,529,000. The price range of the listings is from $1,525,000 to $3,950,000. The 90-day closing activity is perhaps the most important thing we can discuss in this report. Recent closings are used as a primary metric to determine pricing in appraisals and CMAs. Depending upon the amount of information available, a look-back period of 90 to 180 days is typically used to obtain sufficient data to make the appraisal estimate. We use a 90-day look-back period in all our reports because our markets are robust with plenty of activity, and the shorter period reduces the distortion seasonality has on the data. For instance, looking back 6 months would mean we would have December 2019 and January 2020 data in our assumptions. This would be totally irrelevant information for today's market conditions. Over the past 90 days, 25 homes have closed. 17 of those closed below the revised list price, 5 closed at the revised list price, and 3 homes closed above the revised list price. Days on market is the time from activating the listing on the MLS to getting an offer accepted and a purchase contract signed. It is the lifeblood of inventory levels. As listing brokers, we always advise in a normal market the DOM would be 30 to 45 days and suggest pricing accordingly. The DOM for all active listings in the Newport Beach, West Bay area is currently 83 days. It was 103 days in our last report at the end of May. We should note that DOM for the closing so far this year is 44 days. This indicates that the homes that have sold and closed earlier this year were selling in less time. Month supply of inventory is the primary factor in defining a market type as either a seller or buyer's market. Chapman University defines a buyer's market here in Southern California as being 3.5 months or more of inventory. The current annualized inventory levels is 2.0 months. The current 90-day inventory level is 2.9 months. The monthly inventory levels have been very stable this year. To better anticipate the possible market shifts, there are 3 measures of changes in inventory levels that we monitor constantly to forecast those shifts and be prepared. The first is a change in inventory from a point 90 days ago. Currently, inventory is up 12% from 90 days ago. The second is year-over-year inventory change. This aids in understanding how normal or stable the current trend might be. Today, they are down 34%. And we've mentioned seasonality in earlier conversations. The third metric is to cross-check on seasonality. We look at the month-to-month comparison. The current month, June of 2020, is down 35% compared to June of 2019. By now you have noticed we crunch a lot of data to present this level of detail. We get this data from saved searches on the MLS. We put the raw data into our proprietary statistical models. No one else has this presentation. Using those saved searches, we have also prepared pages on our website so you can see the listings for each community. Like any other search provider, this map displays the location of each listing. Also provided in those MLS listing pages are thumbnails of each listing with summary detail. To see the full detail on any one of the listings, click on the image. As noted in the opening, you can access this information at joe-richter.com under the navigation link Predefined Community Listings. This table shows the current active listings. And this table shows the closings so far this year. It's actually 2 pages. And here is the last bit of detail. This chart shows the value range of the closings. The red dots represent the close price. The gray dots represent the original list price of the same transaction. Notice most of the gray dots are above the red dots, indicating a price reduction either during the listing to make the offering more attractive or during contract negotiations. However, there are gray dots below the red dots which show a price increase. This is typical when a well-priced and well-presented home draws competition. The buyers offer more than the original list price. Buyers and economic conditions set the market value. In closing, we would like to say thank you for listening. We have tried to make this a high-level explanation of how the market is evolving, the view from 40,000 feet, so to speak. If you have questions or would like to discuss the market in more detail, we are here to help. If you have questions about forbearance or prices or DOM, anything at all, please contact me. The team I work with would love to be of service. Again, thank you very much.